Hey, y'all, Happy New Year. Blessings to you and the family as the Lord God has blessed us with going from 2020 to 2021. And so I just want to do a quick devotional video here that offers encouragement and to what God has done, is doing, and what he will do here in the future. Romans 8:28, what the Apostle Paul is saying, that we know that all things work together for the good for those who love God and are called according to his plans and his purposes. And I look at that passage and you know, the things that we face in 2020, the challenges, unlike any other years before, that we witnessed, you know, from the outbreak of this virus, COVID-19, what it's caused. It caused a lot of division within the country itself. Not only affecting, you know, our country, but the world, of course. But here in our country, it caused a lot of division, a lot of racial tension, a lot of political divide, and everything else, you know. It's caused people to be depressed, a lot of loneliness, a lot of separation, loss of family members, okay, from this COVID affecting, and suicide rates jumped up, and also divorce rates jumped up. And you see school closures, kids being not going to school, you know, to the building. The things that was normalized or whatever is taking the back seat. Now there's more online learning, which is very tough and challenging. It's also brought, with those school closures, parents to step up in a way for online learning. For a lot, first time getting used to something like that. Businesses being closed, restaurants being closed, can't sit in and all that. So see a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety, a lot of people worried, a lot of depression. The list goes on, right? And we keep going. Matter of fact, you can add things that you're dealing with in those empty blanks, okay? Because that list can go on and on. But just as those dark times, those negative things can keep going, God's grace is even more abundant, okay? Because where sin abounds, grace all the more. We know that. And he ain't stopping. Jesus is not stopping with his grace, with his mercy, with his love. He's not stopping. And he's saying for us that we need to look to him like with horse blinders on. I do that so much, you know, but that's what God is still wanting us as Christians to do and to be about, and to realize and remember what he's called us into. You know, he said, be of good cheer in John 16:33, where he says, he told the disciples, be of good cheer. You know, you're going to have trouble. You're going to have trials, tribulations that happen of this world. Things will come. Okay. And when they do, Jesus is saying to them, as he's saying to us today, but be of good cheer, because I have already what? Overcome the world, the things of what Satan is still trying to do, trying to bring about. He's already overcame it. Basically, we already won. Not minimizing what has happened to us and a lot of our family members, job loss, all those things, deaths. Yeah, those things happen. The COVID is real. No lie. We know that. But God is saying all the more, but be of good cheer, because I have already overcame it. Okay. We see that, and it's like we playing a chess game against Satan, you know, as Christians against Satan. And it looks like that we cannot make any other move, that Satan has got it covered. He, you know what I'm saying? And only move that we see of looking at is like, we're done. And so we're sweating, and this guy's gonna win. And the devil's just grinning, smiling, and just waiting for us to move, because it seems like we got no other move. We got nothing left. It's going to be checkmate. But we failed to remember. We failed to see what's on that board. I didn't see that. That God has already got it covered. He's already won. God himself has already checkmate Satan. Okay? For Jesus on that cross. It's already done. It's already over. And so that move of victory is already done. The victory is already given. And so we're under that victory of what Christ has done on that cross. So here's what I'm proposing. You know, journaling. A lot of us journal, right? I don't know if you do or not. But within journaling, you put down the negative, the positive things, the good and bad, put it all those, right? And most of the time we focus more on just what happened to me today, the negative. Okay. What I'm proposing is something, like David Jeremiah, I was listening to him here last week. And, with us going into this new year and the things of how challenging it's been from the 2020 and even the years past, that for this year, I'm not looking at it like a New Year's resolution. No, I'm looking at it as saying we start writing down the blessings that God has given us daily. And I'm going to tell you, day by day, we have a blessing. We have blessings from God. Jotting them down every day, or once, whatever it is, but start jotting them down and not reflecting on the negative things. Okay, only those of the good things that God has done. That's a lot of times from us, God's children. We tend to forget a lot. I tend to forget, a lot of times that the blessings of what God has done. A lot of we get bombarded by negative things, the world, the TV, everything else, the news, and it's like, oh man. But we fail to remember and fail to see. But look at what God has done. Look at what He's doing. Start writing those things down, what He's done. Whether our finances is low or our health is like hurting, whatever's going on, this ain't going right. The kids are online, but you know what? They're still in school. Finance ain't where they need to be, but God is still blessing us with finance. You know what I mean? Money to sustain us and everything else. It's God Himself. He's the one that does it. Okay, He's our source. And so whatever we're facing with, like with my limp, when I walk, my back, and from surgeries, I could complain every day and write those things down. But instead, I'm gonna choose to focus on the good things. I may be limping or whatever, but God got me walking. And yesterday I was running a little bit, just a little bit, but glory be to God, So I'm just saying, proposing that we start this new year, we start focusing on, with a journal, the good things that God has done, the blessings. And then when things begin to happen to us, we get challenged, family or whatever it is, job, ain't going good. We reflect back on that week before, open our journals like, man, look at those blessings. Look at those blessings. And that's what Satan wants. He wants us to stay deviated from God's blessings, of course, and that we be bombarded by all the negative stuff. Forget all that. Look at God and what He's done. All of the good things that He's done for us. And so that's what I'm proposing. Start texting family and friends, co-workers that we haven't really texted before. And just, hey, how you doing? Our next door neighbors, doing those little bitty things for them, that will encourage them, that will show them Christ if they don't know them, one another, calling one another. Like I said, texting goes a long way. Praying for one another, being there in a way that we haven't been before for them, for each other. And, we write those things down. And like I said, instead of the negative things, it's focused on the godly things, the blessings. Okay. Isaiah 43:19, God says, to Isaiah, listen, I'm doing a new thing. Shall you not know it? Shall you not see it? Read that passage when you get a chance. Isaiah 43:19, Romans 8:18, where Paul is saying, for I consider that the sufferings of this present world, at this present time, are not worth comparing with the glory that is going to be revealed in us, to us when we get to heaven. We will be, forget about it, all right? It doesn't compare. And I like what Job said, I ended with this here, Job 23:10. Job says, if I go east, He is not there, speaking of God. If I go west, I cannot perceive Him. Verse 9, when He is at work to the north, I cannot see Him. When He turns to the south, I cannot find Him. Verse 10, here's a promise. Yet He knows the way I have taken. And when he has tested me, I will emerge as pure gold. All right, pure gold. So, wrap it up. Things that the challenges, the negative things within 2020, let's not focus so much on those, worried about so much of those things that happened in the past, not to bring them into 2021. Like a rearview mirror, look at them, learn from it, but our windshield, which is what we should be looking from, let us stay focused on that. And just like Christ, let us stay focused on him. Looking back at the things temporarily to remind us, whoo, man, that was tough, Lord. But the windshield, driving forward, Lord, but look at what you've done. And that's what I'm proposing. Okay? Hey, have a good one, Lifepoint. You guys stay blessed. And, we'll see you here a little bit later. And Happy New Year again.